Matthew Lee, Intercity Press, on behalf of the Free UN Coalition for Access. Thanks for the briefing. You were talking about the Green Climate Fund, and first, recently they had the Permanent Forum on the Indigenous here, and there was actually some criticism of the fund and the sort of monetization people believed of their living environment. But also I wanted to ask you and ask you first if it's accurate that the Green Climate Fund has decided to fund fossil fuel, coal projects in the developing world, and how you think that squares with hitting targets. And then just finally, I heard when I was listening to your opening statement, this thing about the pension fund. Was this a decision by the pension fund on the management side, on the investment side of this Boykin? Was it done in coordination with the Secretariat? What sort of led to this decision, if you could say a little bit more about it? Thanks.
Sure. Okay. So in terms of the Green Climate Fund, the discussion in the Green Climate Fund, to my understanding, was that there were some who were pushing for a list of exclusion of certain technologies, and it was agreed that it would be too decisive to have an exclusion list, so they did not do that. And that of course could open the door for funding let's say improved coal versus old style coal. Now whether that's going to become a major component of the Green Climate Fund, I doubt it. But the issue was about an exclusive list excluding certain technologies. In terms of the pension fund, it was a decision of the board. This was a decision of the board. That is what they do. They look at how to invest the money, and that's what they did. And I'm happy to report that it's good success.
Right, no, I mean, just on that, is because from the Secretariat side you announced it. I just wondered what the connection was.
Yeah.
Is it just reflective of investment boards generally moving in a green direction, or do they take these principles as something that as the basis of their investment decisions?
Look, the head of the pension fund reports to the Secretary General and is part of the UN system, and we discuss the concept of moving in this direction. There is an agreement, for example, for the UN to become climate neutral by 2020. So these are discussions that have been going on for years, and she's responding to that.
And just finally, the thing of the Indigenous, the Permanent Forum on the Indigenous, yeah. Did your office or anyone on the sort of climate side follow the debate? Because there was definitely some kind of criticisms of the way things are going and of the exclusion of Indigenous people from the process. And what's your response to that?
So there are member states and there are groups who believe that monetization of nature is difficult or impossible, but so far the large majority, the consensus is that this is not an issue of monetizing nature or not. This is an issue of providing support very much needed to maintain nature in terms of adaptation to climate change, which is happening, and also to help developing countries with their mitigation activities. Thank you.